Hi, I'm Etty, your wine curator here at Plonk Wine Club, and I'm so excited to share some really cool wine discoveries we have in store for you for your first shipment of 2026 for January. Now, the first one I want to talk about hails from Portugal, from the Douro Valley, and is made by a fabulous producer called Joana Massanita. Now, the name Massanita might be familiar to you if you're familiar with Portuguese wines. Joana's brother, Antonio Massanita, is like an absolute rock star in the Portuguese wine scene. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him a few years ago at his winery in Alentejo, and now his sister makes wine as well, and both of them are like incredibly talented. So this is called Mac Tinto. It's made by the sister Joana, and it's a blend of Touriga Nacional, Tinta Roriz, and Susau, all native indigenous Portuguese varieties. Grown organic, this wine has this really gorgeous note of like aged balsamic vinegar on the nose, which is so distinctive and super elegant. Then you move into a palate that's silky and sassy and super bright in acidity. Lots of black fruit, some Concord grape preserves here. It's just such a stellar wine from Douro. I'm really, really excited to be featuring this one in January. And then moving on to another very, very cool region of Georgia in Europe, not the state, but the country of Georgia, to the region of Kakheti. We have a fabulous wine made of the grape Saperavi, which is pretty much Georgia's most famous red variety. And it's made by a great producer called Anapeia Village. And this is their Margot bottling that we're featuring. Now, what's really amazing about this wine, not only is it made from a very cool indigenous grape that is really only found in this one place of the world, but it's aged in these clay amphora called kvevri, which are buried underground, and they age that way with like the natural temperature that the underground environment keeps the wine really cool. Such a cool wine. It's actually very light in style, which is not so typical for Saperavi. Saperavi sometimes expresses itself as a bigger wine, but this wine is very lacy and delicate, kind of has the texture of Gamay or Pinot Noir. It has this beautiful, sassy red raspberry, red currant fruit, sour cherry, a lot of rose petal. It's a very floral wine too, and it's just so distinctive, so interesting, and I'm really excited about this wine from Georgia. Then moving on to another very cool white we have from Austria. This upcoming month in January. It's made by a fabulous female producer named Heidi Schrock and her two sons who make the wine together, and it's their Furmint. Now, Furmint is traditionally a wine that you see in Hungary, in Tokaj, in other parts of Hungary as well. This one actually comes from right across the border in Austria, in Burgenland. And what's really cool about Heidi Schrock is she kind of like reinvents these traditional Hungarian wines, but on the Austrian side, and they also focus on Austrian varieties. This wine is very distinctive in that it has this like beautiful lush texture. I get a lot of chamomile, white flowers, some stone fruit here. It has this beautiful plushness texturally that makes this wine so unique and very, very cool. So hopefully you'll enjoy these really distinctive finds for January. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next month.